What's up? Welcome to episode 3.
This week we're going to cover
The doors.
and what's in them.
And what powers them.
Now let's jump right in. Each of the front doors houses 3 VOW8s, 4 VOM 6.5s, and 4 VOB3s.
The barn doors have
Yeah.
a VO15, 2 VO 6.5s, and 2 B3 tweeters as well.
So the 15s and the 8s do all the horsepower. Then you have the 6.5s that handle all of your vocal range, most of your instrumentation, and then the tweeters take up everything else.
The sparkle.
I don't call it sparkle.
Mid bass for your face. Please make it stop. Face destruction.
The first step to doing big giant doorbells is that we need to cut out all of the extraneous sheet metal in the rear doors, the barn doors, and parts of the front driver's and passenger door. We've actually gone through and removed the entire inner skin so that we can do threaded inserts so that we can mount the back of our enclosure into the doors and then be able to mount to the outer skin as well.
Who even uses their door skin anymore?
What is this shit? It just gets in the way.
Rookies.
So with the front door design in the Kong, all of the panels are modular. You can actually pull off each of the sections and rebuild them and rewrap them, and we never have to go to a show with a broken door panel. A lot of people do these big, like, crazy, different angled fiberglass jobbies. Problem is they're not serviceable. You have to completely rebuild a door if it gets all boogered up. The stock door panel is completely covered in vinyl that's 15, 20 years old. And the big problem with that is I don't know what sort of materials have been used on it. I don't know if people have armor-alled it to death or anything like that. If it has any sort of lubricant or sort of vinyl or leather conditioner on it, none of my adhesives, none of my Bondo, none of my fiberglass is gonna stick to it all that well. So I'm actually going through the process here of sanding everything down, removing all the materials, and taking it just down to the raw plastic. That way I have a clean slate to work with. Later on, I'm actually gonna cut out all of the lower section that doesn't go to the panel build out so that it can be a 2-piece construction. That way, we'll actually be able to remove the top section of the door panel if we need to do something like get into the door, unlock it if it locks itself. Having access to those is gonna be a huge advantage later. Once the actual stack fab section of the door panels is complete, the next process is to take that door panel that we actually cut, slide it back into place, make sure everything locks in, and then go through and run a layer of kitty hair into that top section.
Just a little smear.
Yeah, a little smear.
So that way when we go back and vinyl wrap it, it actually looks really nice. Behold the mighty magnetic trim panel. We made this with our laser, because lasers are cool. It has little magnets on the back.
Neo-magnets!
Neo.
To power all the ridiculous array of VO drivers that we have throughout the truck is a octet of our SS4B amplifiers.
Each of the SS4Bs is capable of 250 watts of RMS power per channel at a 4 ohm load.
Prepping the amp rack for the 4 SS4s on each side, because trying to mount those without everything pre-drilled and ready to go would have been an absolute nightmare. Just getting the wiring somewhat organized before the amplifiers actually went onto the rack, again, so that I wasn't having to try to work in behind the amplifiers. Throughout the vehicle, we decided to use our Z-Wire RCA system. In a build like this, your RCA lengths can be anywhere from 6 inches to 25 feet. So having a system that allowed us to make any custom length that we needed really kind of helped the build move along, and our signal path was definitely paramount to us, so we decided to use the best.
The DDZ wire system. Easier and more better.
Thanks for tuning in this week, and be sure to follow the hashtag DDKong. Hashtag DDKong.
And remember, for your DD Kong apparel,
For all y'all motherfuckers wanna.
visit us at our DD Audio website, or you can also visit the fine fellas at Shitting On 'Em.
And get yours today.